Have you ever met anyone who didn't have a bucket list? You know, that record you keep of all the places you have to see before you die? Or maybe it's a list of the spots you need to visit in the next few years. Whatever your time span, heading on a bucket list trip is even more thrilling than taking a normal vacation. At the end of your holiday, you can cross that location off your must-sees and add a new one to the mix. Whether you're hoping to go on safari in Africa, visit one of the world's greatest natural wonders, that is the Pyramids of Giza, Grand Canyon, or Niagara Falls, or tour a historic city like Rome or Paris, the world is your proverbial oyster. All you need to do is open it and explore. Can't decide where to head next? Plan your sightseeing with our list of the best bucket list destinations in the world. Welcome to Adventure Avenue. Subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on the notification bell to never miss out on the latest videos. 1. Machu Picchu, Peru. It's hard to see a picture of Machu Picchu without wanting to jump right in. The vibrant green grass, majestic craggy peaks, and remarkable stone ruins are breathtakingly beautiful. This archaeological masterpiece was once an Inca city, in the 15th and 16th centuries. Today, it's one of the most phenomenal of all the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and one that millions have placed at the top of their bucket lists. Not surprisingly, Machu Picchu is one of the most visited tourist attractions in Peru. To get here, you'll have to plan your visit well. Entry is only permitted twice a day, in the morning or afternoon, and you'll have to either hike along the famed Inca Trail or take a bus from the nearby town of Iguazu Falls for access. 2. The Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. Cairo plays host to one of the world's most recognizable World Heritage Sites, the iconic Pyramids of Giza. While the most famous of these incredible structures include the Sphinx, Pyramid of Khafre, Pyramid of Menkaure, and the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the site is peppered with other archaeological masterpieces you won't want to miss. The farther you wander, the more interesting things you'll find at what is now the sole example of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. These unique marvels include tombs, mini pyramids, and the Solar Boat Museum, which boasts a remarkably preserved ceremonial solar bark. Those who favor adventure, and don't suffer from claustrophobia, will enjoy an intimate journey into the bowels of the Great Pyramid of Khufu. 3. Africa on a safari. Who hasn't added an African safari to the top of their bucket list vacations? Guaranteed to be a trip of a lifetime, it's no wonder so many people crave this incredible experience. A safari is thrilling, awe-inspiring, and picturesque, especially when conducted in one of the world's most phenomenal landscapes. Whether you're hoping to catch sight of the Big Five, lions, elephants, leopards, buffalo, and rhinos, in Kenya, bounce along in a jeep through Kruger National Park, or soar through the air in a hot air balloon over the Serengeti National Park, an African safari won't disappoint. With so many fantastic game reserves, including many in Namibia, South Africa, Kenya, and Tanzania, you'll have plenty of places to choose from when booking your trip. Not a fan of sleeping rough? Ramp up the luxury at one of these stellar safari lodges in South Africa. Craving a more intimate and unique animal encounter? Head to one of the best places to visit in Tanzania, on Mafia Island, to be exact, to swim with whale sharks, from January through March, or October through December. 4. The Taj Mahal, Agra, India. The Taj Mahal was built in the mid-1600s by Shah Jahan in memorial to his third wife. It's said she made him a deathbed promise to build her the most beautiful of structures. He definitely fulfilled his duty. Well, over 20,000 workmen finished this duty for him, and it took them over 17 years to complete. Today, this magical marble mausoleum is one of the most recognizable, and captivating, buildings on the planet. The Taj Mahal is also one of the most famous sites in all of India. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983, This ornate masterpiece lies amid almost 17 hectares of an immensely gorgeous Mughal garden, on the banks of the sparkling Yamuna River. Not surprisingly, it's been named one of the new 7 wonders of the world. 5. Paris, France. Europe's most revered city of love, Paris has so much more to offer than its iconic Eiffel Tower. You'll find some of the world's best stores selling clothes so fashionable they haven't yet hit the North American market. The restaurants serve food so divine, you'll crave seconds, and sometimes thirds. Famous Paris attractions like the Arc de Triomphe and Pantheon beckon photographers, while museums such as the Musée du Louvre and Musée d'Orsay beg history buffs to while away hours within their lavish halls. Hold hands while wandering the banks of the Seine, enjoy a café al fresco on the Champs-Élysées, and take a few moments to reflect while traipsing within the hallowed walls of the Cathedral Notre Dame. You certainly won't be bored. 6. The Amazon Rainforest, Brazil. All becomes right with the world when you putter down the mystical Amazon River in Brazil. Beside you towers the incredible Amazon Rainforest, chock full of wildlife so beautiful, it will take your breath away. A chorus of birdsong guides you along, while monkeys swing from nearby vines and sloths slowly climb their way to a better view. Snakes, turtles, and jaguars are also set to make an appearance, if you're patient enough to spot them. To experience the Amazon's splendor firsthand, you'll need to board a boat from Manaus to the Encontro das Iguas, the point at which the Rio Solimões meets the Rio Negro. From here, you can join a boat tour through the heart of the rainforest. It's hard not to feel nature's pulse here, providing life to the planet through its essential ecosystem. Known as the planet's lungs, the Amazon rainforest is responsible for 20% of the world's oxygen. 7. Santorini, Greece. You'll be hard-pressed to enjoy a more romantic sunset experience than that found in Santorini. Whether you visit the picturesque capital of Fira or watch the sun descend over the sparkling water in front of beautiful Oia, stepping foot on Santorini is akin to walking into a postcard. The iconic pearly white, blue-domed buildings are made even lovelier by colorful blooms. It's as if an artist was set loose upon each home with only the most tasteful of colors. A bright teal door here and a vibrant yellow wall or red gate there add just the right pop to a perfect natural backdrop. Set upon jagged cliffs jutting out from the most turquoise of seas, Santorini's towns are flanked by narrow, winding streets and terraced homes that butt into each other at all angles. Walking through the area, you may find yourself unwittingly tramping upon someone's roof. 8. Bora, French Polynesia. One of the top bucket list travel destinations, Bora sets the bar high for an ideal beach vacation. A utopia set in the heart of French Polynesia, this fabulous archipelago is all turquoise waters, soft white sand, and lush, volcanic peaks. It's going to be almost impossible to beat the island's spectacular beauty. Not surprisingly, Bora has become a popular honeymoon destination. With lagoons to explore, coral reefs to snorkel, and rainforests to hike, there's no shortage of things to do in this tropical wonderland. Peppered with resorts featuring private huts standing on stilts above the water, visitors are rewarded with an unforgettable and utterly relaxing vacation. 9. Iceland to see the Northern Lights. Witnessing the aurora borealis is one of life's greatest pleasures. Whether you catch sight of a delicate green glow or are privy to vivacious crimson lines streaking across the horizon, this wonderful spectacle is breathtaking and unforgettable. To see them, though, you'll need to be patient. The Northern Lights are as unpredictable as the weather, so you'll have to budget in a few days to make your viewing attempt. Iceland is one of the best places to catch a glimpse of the Northern Lights. While you can likely see them at any point of the year, the most spectacular shows happen between mid-October and early April. At this time, the night skies are at their darkest, which presents a remarkable contrast. Fairbanks, Tromsø, and Yellowknife are three other great places to catch Mother Nature's spectacular light show. 10. New York City, USA's. New York is one of the most exciting bucket list places to visit. It's also one of the most popular. With so many diverse and interesting attractions, that is the Empire State Building, Metropolitan Museum of Art, Central Park, and Guggenheim Museum, it's no wonder people keep returning to this cosmopolitan mecca. No matter your interests, be it eating, dancing, shopping, or theater-going, Manhattan has something, or likely many somethings, to whet your appetite. Want to visit an exhibit like one you've never seen? Taste samples at the Museum of Food and Drink, try your hand at espionage at Spyscape, or practice a bit of magic at the Houdini Museum. 11. Venice, Italy. There's something magical about Venice. Between the intricate canal system, beautiful stone bridges, and harmonious singing of the gondoliers, there's a unique vibe in this Italian city that can't be found elsewhere. A boat ride along the aptly named Grand Canal rewards visitors with an intimate look at the highlights of Venetian architecture lining its banks, from historic churches to ornate palaces. Piazza San Marco is one of the main attractions in Venice and serves as a meeting place for locals, but mainly tourists. It's home to the famous and intricate St. Mark's Basilica, but it's so crowded, and filled with pigeons, that you won't get a true glimpse of the city's heart. Perhaps the best way to tour Venice is by getting lost, which is easy to do. Only then will you stumble upon some of the locals' favorite haunts, as well as the small, winding alleyways that present so much charm. 12. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. The remarkable Angkor Wat is so vast, you'll need more than one, or even several, visits to see it all. This massive Hindu temple is surrounded by a large moat, adding to its impressive stature. Built in the 12th century by the Khmers, this World Heritage Site serves as the veritable heart of Cambodia. It's also the largest religious structure in the world. Set upon over 400 acres of land within a jungle, the temple was dedicated to the gods Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu. Angkor Wat's main towers were created to symbolize the peaks of Mount Meru, a place Hindus believe to be home to the gods. 13. Niagara Falls, Canada. One of the natural wonders of the world, it's often referred to as the new eighth wonder of the world. Niagara Falls is impressive even if you aren't a fan of waterfalls. Over 3,100 tons of water crash over the falls every second, creating a mist that covers visitors who board the Maid of the Mist or Hornblower cruise to get a closer look. The small Canadian town of Niagara Falls provides the best viewing spot. As a result of its heavy visitor population, the town is quite touristy. It boasts carnival-type arcades, an aquarium, skywheel, auditorium, wax museum, and Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. You'll also find a ton of restaurants and plenty of hotels to choose from. 14. Grand Canyon, USA. An area of immense natural beauty, it's no wonder the Grand Canyon tops so many vacation bucket lists. No photograph can do this spectacular place justice. You just can't fathom the landscape's innate beauty, the deep orange of the rock, or the canyon's immense size without seeing it in real life. No wonder it's one of the most famous attractions in the United States. Touring the Grand Canyon can be done from multiple locations, but the most popular is by entering the Grand Canyon National Park's South Rim. This is also where you'll find many of the park's best hikes. You can get here quite easily from nearby cities like Las Vegas and Phoenix. Once you're here, you'll be amazed, and we guarantee you'll snap about a zillion pictures. Catch the canyon in the light of the sunrise or sunset, and you'll swear you've witnessed the most gorgeous spectacle of your life. The best time to visit the Grand Canyon is generally the spring and fall, but this is a year-round attraction that you can work into your itinerary any time of year. 15. Australia to snorkel the Great Barrier Reef. Snorkeling. Australia's Great Barrier Reef is one of the most incredible experiences you'll ever have. A magical underwater world welcomes adventurers to this incredible locale. Bursting with color and teeming with life, this impressive coral reef spans 2,300 kilometers from the tip of Queensland to the southern town of Bundaberg. A World Heritage listed area, the Great Barrier Reef is home to a rich ecosystem filled with everything from the smallest zooplankton to tropical fish to marine mammals like dugongs and dolphins. A truly peaceful experience, swimming around the magical reef is a gift. Whether you choose to scuba dive or snorkel, you'll experience only the quiet sound of fish nibbling on coral as you roam about this vast marine playground, being constantly amazed by the beauty on display before you. Sadly, global warming has been bleaching and killing large sections of this reef, especially in the north, so if you're planning to go, you should book a trip to this popular bucket list travel destination soon. And whatever you do, don't touch the coral. 16. Tahiti, French Polynesia. Slightly livelier than its laid-back neighbor, Bora, Tahiti offers travelers the same beautiful azure lagoons, lush mountainous landscapes, and lively coral reefs, with a little more excitement thrown in. In Papeete, the island's capital, you'll find plenty to help you while away the hours you're not spending on the beach. An impressive mix of French and Polynesian cultures, the city boasts great restaurants, popular resorts, spas, museums, and plenty of places to shop. Outside the city, visitors are greeted by cascading waterfalls, sheltered lagoons, and beautiful valleys. Book a 4W tour of the island, learn to dive in a lagoon, or board a whale-watching tour boat, between July and October. 17. Iguazu Falls, Argentina. The glorious Iguazu Falls gives Niagara Falls a run for its money. Set on the border between Argentina and Brazil, this amazing spectacle leaves visitors awestruck. A massive chain of hundreds of waterfalls spanning nearly 3 kilometers, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is one of South America's most impressive sights. The thunderous sound of water overpowers visitors as it crashes over the edge from between 60 and 80 meters high. They can be enjoyed from Devil's Throat, a nearby viewing spot based at the bottom of the falls, as well as from the lush rainforest in Brazil's Iguazu National Park and Argentina's Iguazu National Park. 18. Rome, Italy. Rome is home to some of Europe's most recognizable landmarks, like the Colosseum, Pantheon, and St. Peter's Basilica. While these tourist hotspots are unmissable, this beautiful city has so much more to offer, including mouth-wateringly good gelato on almost every street corner. An outstanding mix of past and present, Rome boasts haunted ruins, that is the Roman Forum, iconic churches, that is the Basilica of St. John Lateran, and modern restaurants serving the freshest, most delectable food. Wandering the city's winding cobblestone streets is a treat, with spectacular prizes popping out when you least expect them. From ornate fountains, that is the Fontana di Fiemme, to sprawling Baroque plazas, that is Piazza Navona, to designer clothing boutiques, there's always something to amaze. 19. The Dalmatian Coast, Croatia. Taking a cruise along Croatia's captivating Dalmatian coast is a must-do for any traveler. From atop the Adriatic Sea's translucent, azure water, visitors can catch the most picturesque views of the coast's phenomenal attributes. From jagged limestone cliffs to ancient walled towns to hilltop palaces and spectacular ports, there's so much to see from the water. On land, you'll find an endless list of things to do, such as visiting charming island villages, dining on fresh food along the Stradun in Dubrovnik, or exploring UNESCO World Heritage sites like the Diocletian's Palace in Split or the Starry Grad Plain on lovely Hvar. 20. Cinque Terre, Italy. There's a reason stores in Cinque Terre, aka 5 towns, sell so many postcards, it's insanely gorgeous. This northwestern region of Italy embodies the type of beauty that makes visitors gasp when they first catch sight of it. It's literally impossible not to be awed by the area's loveliness. A national park spotted with 5 villages that would make Crayola proud. This Italian paradise is the stuff of dreams. Cliff-top houses perch above sparkling blue water with a vibrant green backdrop of lush and rugged mountains. It's hard to find a more beautiful setting. No wonder the entire area was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The locals' laid-back vibe is contagious, making you want to do nothing but eat pasta, or pizza, and gaze out at the Ligurian Sea. Walking along cliff-top trails or wandering the crooked and narrow streets through quaint villages tops the list of things to do in Cinque Terre.